to our Deck the House special. So earlier, Shoana showed us how to elevate our holiday decor. It was beautiful. And now we're going to do that with our Christmas tree. So where do we start, Shones?
Okay, we're going to start by putting the tree up.
Yes. Yes.
So
very
a lot
important.
of us have gone the route of artificial tree. That's great. All these rules still apply, even if you have a real tree, if you go through all of that. One thing that people do right off the bat is you put your tree base down, whatever that is, and then they start adding their tree to it. You should actually pause and put your tree skirt on at that point.
I agree.
Because you know how your tree's shoved in a corner and you've got your bum in the air at the end and you're on your hands and knees and you're trying to scooch it all in? Put the tree skirt down right then, and that when you can reach it all and get it all smoothed out.
Absolutely.
So then we've built our tree. We're going to assume that there's lights on it already, if it's because most people are doing the artificial.
Easier.
But if you want to bump up your lights because your tree doesn't have as many as you want this year, or you're doing the real tree, now's the time to put on all of your lights. And when you're doing the lights, think about putting the lights in the inside near the trunk and bringing them out, because it gives you that kind of dimension when it comes to laying your lights or adding on the extra ones.
Okay, so it's not just flat.
Then next. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Bum, bum, bum. We're going to do the tree topper now.
The topper?
Yes, and I know this is controversial. We've had this conversation a whole lot. I know movies want you to think that you lift the cute little girl up and she places the topper and all that stuff. No, because did you see when I was just putting this on, my body is hitting the tree because I'm trying to reach, and I'm a tall drink of water, so I can reach the tree. So all the hard work of decorating and all that stuff that I've done here, I could be smushing and knocking off. So put your tree topper on now.
We're being practical, are we?
Look just as pretty at the beginning as it will at the end. And if there's any lights in it, you can connect them easily at that time because you don't have everything else on top of it.
Okay, well, my mind is blown. Let's get into decorating the tree.
Now we're doing garland, okay? So garland can be a few different things. Garland can look like a ribbon. Garland can look like berries that I'm going to get to these in a second. They're kind of caught here. They can look at, or they can look like the little beads that you know, a lot of people have for the trees. This is a garland as well. Ooh, I dropped that.
Do you want to talk about how you store that?
Side note, yes. If you store it in a leftover water bottle, just place it in with a little piece of tape on the edge. And put the cap on. It won't tangle for you, and you won't want to throw it out when you unpack it next Christmas.
How many of us have ours sitting in a big knot? Thank you.
Many.
So, Shoana. Okay, let's do that.
If you have ribbon for your garland, you want to start it at the back. And then we're going to wrap it around the front. And I like how you're keeping it flat because we want to see the garland. Don't bunch it all up and crunch it. Oh, wait. We want to ride here. Back. Okay, we want to bring the ribbon in.
Oh, I'm not allowed to go up and down.
Up and down, like unless you've had far too many Christmas cocktails when you're decorating the tree. No, you don't want to do that. Bring it around. And you want it to cascade back and forth down the tree.
I'm gonna get in trouble because I didn't secure it properly.
We want to tuck it into the needles if we can.
Okay, all right.
And so this is what it would be for a ribbon, okay? All right. So, and we flatten it out. You want it to make it look nice. But for this tree, we're not going to do a ribbon. We're going to do, that's just the rule, we're going to do these kind of berries, winter berry beaded garland. So this same rule applies. Start it in the back so you don't see the end. And then we just want to drape it very gently across the tree. And it can be a lot or it can be a little. I mean, this is if you're a minimalist versus maximalist, you do you. But you want to make sure the garland is tucked into the vines, into the needles, not just kind of sitting on the top. Because it just, well, one, it secures it better, but it also will.
Lots of rules, everybody.
Listen, do
up and down.
You want to do. But
I love it. It's looking beautiful. What is the next step once the garland is on?
Okay, next step are ornaments. So in this case, balls.
They're beautiful.
And so, thank you.
I love them.
So basically when it comes to ornaments, we have kind of like big balls or big ornaments and little balls / ornaments. I'm fully aware how this sounds and I'm not giving into it.
We're grown-ups.
Yes. And so these ones, the big ones where you want to start. The little ones are the ones that you usually buy en masse, like in those big containers, and they're all color coordinated. These are the filler that are going to fill in the holes. The more expensive way to fill your tree. So Start adding your big balls or your big ornaments.
I got a head start. I hope that's okay.
That is so ideal.
Okay, good.
Well done, Tracy.
Okay, good. I'm nervous.
Really, you're looking at the greater picture of the tree, right?
Yeah.
So you don't want to put, in this case, they're plaid. You wouldn't want to put two plaid ones that are the same beside each other.
Right.
We want to spread them out and find the good spot for them. And then once all the big ornaments or the more important ornaments are on the tree, like if you have, heirloom ornaments and things like that, like a lot of us have.
Yeah.
Then you put those in their correct position, and then you can move into the filler type ornaments.
Okay.
But I'll tell you, if you like the big ornaments, you like the idea. Yeah. You like the idea of these big ones, but you don't have them, and you don't have the budget this year. You can make big, dramatic ornaments. All these are the small filler balls tied with a twist tie.
Very good.
Don't overthink it. And then you can find it a really, really impactful spot, and they're really light. And there you've got that statement kind of piece.
I love it.
And then you're going in, so once all of those are in the spot, you then go in and all your big ones are in, you add all of the small filler ones.
I don't want to mess up. So this is a filler. Do I go in?
Yeah, so, yes, good question, actually.
Yeah.
So see how this one's kind of dangling on the edge just a little bit?
Yeah.
One, it might fall off, so that's not the greatest thing. But also, it looks better if you just place it into the branches just ever so slightly. I didn't move it.
Yeah.
I just secured it a little bit better. And the same thing, if you have nice, small, little ornaments, little tiny ones that can fit right inside, then it gives you that dimension. Don't just put everything on the very edge of all the tips.
Listen, I'm nervous working with you. We're doing this for 14 years. I know. I always want to do it right. I'm just wondering, before we go to break, do you let Greg get in there and help with the...
I totally do.
Greg is her husband, by the way.
Yeah, I totally do.
Lovely man.
He's so good at it.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I mean, we've been together 30 years, so he kind of had to get on board.
What's left, Shoana?
Okay, one step left, and this one's an optional for people.
Okay.
Is picks. So what are picks? These are the things that could have greens attached to them.
Yeah.
Or, maybe they have a little cute little ho, ho, ho.
Oh, I like that one.
Or just a sparkly spray.
Yeah.
So these are picks. And where you're going to put those, or anywhere when you stand back and look at your tree, if there's anywhere that you can kind of see through it if you want that really full look. Yeah. This tree has no see-throughs. This is a gorgeous tree from Hudson Bay. It's one of Brian Gluckstein's trees, so it's gorgeous. But if it had it, the tree had seen other days and we need to add it. All these purposes are to either add a little extra glitz or the ones that have the greens attached to it, fill in the holes. Okay. And just to give the tree that fuller look. And like I said, you may not even choose to do the picks option. You may not choose to do any of this. I say have a lovely time decorating your tree. Make a really fun day of it. Pour yourself a cup of tea or a glass of wine, whatever floats your boat. And just enjoy the process and try and feel creative. We don't have a lot of times to be creative in our life now. And so why not make this one of them? You know?
Absolutely. Yeah. Stand back and keep doing the thing where you do the squinty eye that Shoana taught me and see where you're missing stuff and put it in. Very nice. Yeah. So this is the finished tree, everyone. What do you think?
Yeah.
Isn't that lovely? Oh, it's just beautiful. Okay, I'm going to bring Julia and Winston in right now because we want to talk about a few controversial statements that were made throughout the show today. And we want to talk about traditions with family and friends. So we know that Shoana said put the skirt on before you've done any of the decor and put the topper on first. That's the first thing you're going to put on the tree. Julia, how do you feel about this?
I can't get on board.
Right?
I cannot get on board. It makes so much sense.
Yes.
So much sense.
Yes.
But no, it's the fun. We used to fight as kids. Who gets to put the star on? Who gets to do it? And my kids keep a list. My kids are like 15, 17, and 19.
Yes.
And it's John's turn. He's 19.
Wow.
I know. It's serious stuff in my house.
Love that. Okay.
He has a beard at hand. He's doing it now. But, it's a little different.
He's like, I'm putting on the star.
Exactly.
Winston, how do you feel about
I
it?
say wrong answer. I like it on top at the end. I agree with the skirt at the beginning, but I think it's the final touch. It's what completes the tree.
Yeah.
So I like to wait to the very end.
Well, it's funny that that Shoana said, we all have that vision of the little girl, you know, and she's putting the topper on, and that used to be my kids. Like, we used to do that with them. Yeah. And then the last time we did it, I saved it to the end, and I was like, Leo, can you get the stool? And then it's like, he got the stool, and it's like, you got to hold the stool for your sister, and then hold the stool for the sister, and then it's like, stop holding me like that. It was a full fight. Yeah. Like, it was like the beautiful moment I wanted turned into a full family brawl. Yeah. And then finally the star got up there, and we all like went back to our rooms angrily, and then the star fell off. I was like, oh, what a beautiful moment we had together. Moors, wasn't that nice? But I think it is like, listen, do it the way you do it. And I'm a big fan of the, as long as you're all together in a room, even if you're yelling at each other, you're all together in a room. You can sit back and enjoy it. Any traditions you're looking forward to when it comes to decorating the tree? Like, is this, have you done your tree, Shoana?
Right now it's up, but it's not decorated.
Okay.
But my very favorite tree thing is Greg and I have bought an ornament every year with the year on it since the year we got married.
Beautiful.
And so pulling those ones out is really like lovely walk down memory lane, you know?
Oh, that is so nice. Yeah. Okay, very good. Thank you so much for joining us, all of you. I love hearing about your traditions and all of that. And I had fun decorating this tree, even though I was sweating a little bit.